Hi folks, Vitaly here from HelpingHandAffiliate.com. What I want to talk about in this video is the general subject of Google updates, Google penalties, how to avoid those problems, and how to recover from those problems if you've been hit by them. So about a week ago, I made a video talking about a recent Google Core update that came out. It was in early June, and there's one more part of it coming out in July, which is about a week or two, it's a week from now. And two of my websites were hit by this update, and at the time that I was showing the video, I was around here, this point. So as you can see, there was it was going up, 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 and then the Google update hit around over here, and my ranking started to drop, impressions started to drop, but there is a little bit of a recovery. Now the blue line here is the traffic, so it did take a dip, but then it slowly crawled its way back out. So it was almost like a roller coaster type of experience. Now the second website over here, it looks a little bit different, where it did see, this was the algorithm update period, and what happened was there was a drop in traffic, which is blue, and a drop in impressions, which is purple. So there was a drop almost all across the board, and then it kind of leveled out, and it's sort of like in the same low period over here, but the impressions are kind of back to where they were around this period. So what I want to actually discuss is that I'm not going to get into too many details about this. I'm just going to give you some general guidelines based on my many years experience in the SEO game. But overall, there's going to be an article that I'm going to link to, which is this one below this video in the description and pinned comment, which is going to give you many more details about the subject of, avoiding penalties, avoiding Google updates, and recovering from them if you've been hit by them. But overall, the main thing that I want to say is, first, there's a difference between being hit by an algorithm update in Google and seeing rankings drop versus having your site getting penalized by Google's. And generally the differences are, with Google updates that negatively hit your site, you're going to see a drop, but you're going to see a leveling off. It's not going to be a complete drop. So there's going to be a period where it just stops and recovers slowly. Sometimes it might drop and stay at that low period, and then what you're going to want to do is create a lot of high quality content, improve previous articles or content that you have on your site, make it higher quality, internally link more, externally link to authority sites, create images that are keyword targeted, and generally make sure that you are targeting good low competition keywords in general. That's just basic SEO guidelines that I've been following for many, many years, and that's pretty much kept me in a very good experience overall, because besides this recent update that hit my two sites, I have been doing SEO for a long time, and for the 10 plus years that this has been going on, I've had to undergo a lot of different Google updates, and for the most part, like 9 out of 10 times, I've been fine. I've either not been hit by the Google updates, or if I have been hit by the Google updates, I did see a recovery. So sometimes with Google updates and algorithm updates that mess up your site but don't destroy it, and it goes down, but then it kind of levels off, and it sometimes recovers on its own as long as you keep doing the right things, or if you keep creating good content and just improving on this recent downturn that happened, you will see a recovery happen in the long run. So in the long run, creating good quality content is really the way to go to, first of all, avoid the Google algorithm updates hitting you negatively, and second, if you have been hit by them, recovering from that. With the Google penalty, it's a little bit different, because generally speaking, people that get hit by Google penalties, they're doing something wrong on their website. Either that happens, or their website is like hacked or attacked by negative SEO. In those situations where you're doing the complete no-nos that Google doesn't like, when you get hit by a Google penalty, not so much an algorithm update, your site almost completely drops off the Google radar. In other words, it's probably going to get de-indexed by Google, where people won't be able to find it, and you basically go from having a lot of traffic to no traffic almost overnight. And one of the ways to find out if you have been hit by it is there's a thing called Google Search Console, which you can sign up for free and connect your site with. And what happens is that once you connect it, there's going to be an area here known as security and manual action. So if you click on manual actions, it's going to say no issues detected. And if it did say that there were issues detected, then this would mean that there was a Google penalty happening. Or security. If security says no issues detected, then you're fine. And if you see a downturn and you see that says no issues detected, then there was an algorithm hit that hit your site. And with Google penalties, it's much harder to get out of that hole, because one of two things is happening. Either your site was attacked by, let's say, hackers or viruses or a negative SEO, and to recover from that, you have to basically remove that stuff. So if your site was hacked and there's malware everywhere, you have to fix your site, go through a virus-proof thing that cleans your website out of it, and then you resubmit your site so Google sees that you've cleaned up your act. Your site is fine, it's clean, it doesn't have malware or those sorts of things, and then it slowly can, begin the recovery process. Negative SEO, you're going to want to get rid of toxic backlinks and whatever it is that your site is getting bombarded with. Generally speaking, negative SEO is like a very convoluted subject, but getting rid of that bad stuff that was hitting your site is generally, it's basically like your site is a box, and a lot of people throw trash into that box, and that's what makes your site get hit by the Google penalty. You're going to want to take that trash out and then resubmit your site and say, hey, my box is clean right now, Google, please make my site pop up back on Google and get a lot of traffic. That's a good way of looking at it. But there's also people, the second category, that kind of destroy their own website by doing the wrong things on it, like a lot of mass backlinks, creating really low quality content, in which case you're not going to get penalized by Google, but what's going to happen is your rankings are just going to go down because low quality content is just not going to get you ranked, period. Ranked high, that is. Then there's situations where people basically copy other people's content, and that's the wrong way of doing things because duplicate content and plagiarism is a no-no, so you don't want to do those sorts of things. And if you're in that situation where you kind of put your own trash into that box, which is your site, I would probably recommend that you forget about that site and create a new one and just never do those things again. One of my earliest SEO experiences was I did bad things for my site where I was buying a lot of really bad backlinks for it, and I spent a lot of money on that. And in the beginning it did make my site go up, but then a Google update came and it just destroyed it. It was, I think it was a combination of a Google algorithm update and a penalty at the same time. So in my case, rather than going through the process of cleaning up the site, I didn't really have too much content on it to begin with. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to start a new site. And with the new sites that I started, from that point forward, I was seeing a general incline, no penalties ever since, because I wasn't doing any of that bad stuff that I was doing before. And that's generally the frame within which you want to stick to. So that's my general points that I wanted to get across. I know I'm being overly general and not getting into too many details, but the article below this video is going to get into those details and help you out if you're worried about a Google penalty or Google algorithm update, or you've been hit by one and you want to know how to recover. And there's another link I'm going to leave to below this video that is in the description and pinned comment. It's going to be to a program that I personally follow my SEO advice from. It's actually called Wealthy Affiliate. And the sites that I create, I do make a full-time income online, as you can see over here, and you can try this program out for free. They do offer a free course of 10 lessons where they help you build a niche website on what you're interested in. Then they help you create high quality content and basically create websites that rank high on Google and are penalty proof and basically avoid all that bad stuff. So I'm kind of a product of that training. I've been doing generally well in the SEO world as a result of that. And if you're new to this game, I do recommend trying this program. So I'm going to leave two links below this video. The first one is going to be to try this program out for free. And the second link is going to be to that article that I was showing you before, so you can get more details if you're an intermediate in this process. But that Wealthy Affiliate program that I recommend, it's really great for people that are new to SEO. And as another thing that I do throw in, if you like the content that I provide and you want to get my help, you can actually get it inside Wealthy Affiliate once you sign up. So I do contact you and we can interact with each other while you do the training. There is an optional upgrade if you want to go further after that. That's up to you. I highly recommend it, but if you don't, it's still risk-free to try. So with that said, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it helped clarify a lot of things about the world of Google penalties, Google algorithm updates, and if you have any questions about that, maybe you want to share some of your own experiences, you are more than welcome to do that either on this video or perhaps on the article that I linked to below this video. So thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you have a great day.